看看新闻网。
Hi and welcome to You Are the Chef. I'm Heidi and we are here today and all this week at the Intercontinental Shanghai Expo. Well, the weather is definitely getting a lot colder, so let's find out what sort of fresh ingredients are in season, then get our chef to teach us how to use them in some fabulous winter cuisine. But of course, first, let's go see who that chef is. Our chef this week is Sam Kung. Sam has 27 years of kitchen experience in 5-star restaurants. Sam was determined to work in the culinary business after his experience in a Thai restaurant when he was younger. Since 2007, he's been an executive chef in charge of a total of 24 restaurants. With rich experience in top international hotels, his expertise lie in not only Western cuisine, but a touch of Southeast Asian. For today's dish, we're heading all the way down to Malaysia. This is going to be a Malaysian chicken curry that is going to knock your socks off and impress everyone that's seated at your table. We're going to rock this Malaysian curry chicken, right? So what do we need to do?
Well, first we need to have, this is a chicken.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and
so we've got a whole chicken
this
there.
Is a whole chicken,
with bones, all cut up.
All cut up, correct.
Okay.
So this is what they call the bite size.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay,
so
great.
what I need to do next is to slice up the onions. What I need to do now, I'm going to slice up the onions.
Now we're using a red onion. Why not shallots in this dish?
Well, you can use shallots. Sometimes it depends on the cooking.
Yep.
For cooking like that, you don't need to waste, to spend so much money for shallots. So
right.
Shallots is a bit more pricey.
Are they really?
Exactly.
Okay.
Shallots a bit more pricey. However, the red onions is good enough
Just
for cooking.
Okay, great.
Yes. And I have a couple of garlic.
Yeah.
So this garlic.
Right, nice. Okay, so for this sort of thing, we're creating the curry, right?
Yep.
So we're creating, a lot of the time you can buy a curry paste from the shops, but this is really more about sort of creating something that's nice and hearty. It's from fresh ingredients.
It is. That's what, this is
yeah.
a bit of a fresh ingredients in there. So
Yep.
next one we do is a ginger.
Yep.
I'm slicing up the ginger.
Yeah.
So everything what I use here is all fresh ingredients. So
Yes.
if you can see, rather than buying the paste and we cook up from the paste.
Yeah,
So,
and of course, traditionally, and even now really, in Malaysia or in Southeast Asia, when they're cooking any sort of curry, they would always start from scratch, right?
It is. So this is all the basics has been cut up. It's all ready to go. This is a curry powder.
Right.
So what I need to do...
What sort of curry powder
This
is
is called a babas, a Malaysian
It's
chicken
a Malaysian one,
curry
okay.
powder.
You know, the traditional Indian curries, you've got more of a yellow sort of
It
colour
is.
coming through.
And you can smell it. It's very fragrant. It has a lot
Very
of smell.
different
Yeah, very
to
different.
an Indian curry.
Correct.
Okay.
So what we need to do next is just make a bit of water.
Right.
You can mix into a paste.
Okay. Just quite a bit of curry here then, isn't there?
It is.
Uh-huh.
So you can see now it forms to a paste.
Okay. Do I need to heat this
You
up?
can start to heat it up. While you start to heat it up, I will cut the potato.
Okay.
So with the potato, obviously you need to have it into a bite size as well. So now you heat up the oil. This one you need a bit of oil in there.
Bit more, okay.
Yeah. So what we have next is, this is called a pandan leaf.
Pandan leaf.
It's very nice when it cooks up with curry. So what I need to do now is, I need to tie up into a knot. While this is hot, we put it to sweat.
Okay.
You start to stir it, continue to cook until, when cooking curry, the tips of cooking curry is always keep the cook until the onions is brown. I'm going to get in the curry leaves. I'm going to get in the curry leaves.
Curry leaf, okay.
The curry leaves. So what I have here, this is called star anise. So you just have a few star anise inside there. Cinnamon stick.
Cinnamon stick.
You're going to make me cry as well. Okay. And lastly, this is the cardamom pods.
The cardamom pods.
Just a few pods inside there.
Yeah.
So that's basically what we need for cooking a curry.
Okay.
So continue to stir that until it becomes, the onions is soft.
Okay. I can.
So while you are stirring, I will put the paste into there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the paste inside there.
There we've got all the paste in it. We've got some flavours happening here, I tell you what.
Now what we need to do next is I'm going to put in the potatoes, yeah?
Okay.
Continue to cook that.
Okay.
This is the
Now's
pandan
the
leaf.
pandan leaf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Continue to cook that.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you can see, it starts to sizzle on the bottom.
Yep.
I add a bit more of
Water?
the water.
Okay.
Okay, so you trying to scratch the bottom of the.
Oh, okay.
So
all
you won't get burned on the bottom.
Okay. Okay, getting all that nice sort of flavour up from the base of it.
Yeah. Let me help you. I know you're struggling a little bit.
Do we have to keep cooking so the potatoes actually soft?
Yeah, no, not really. And the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the chicken pieces inside here.
Okay.
So if you see, it starts to sizzle now.
Yep.
Okay.
Now's the time.
Now is the time to put the chicken in.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to fold this through it, are we?
We will continue to start to cook it or bring it to simmer.
Yes.
Then you simmer that for about 15 to 20 minutes to get the chicken cooked.
Whilst we're waiting for this to cook, let's take a commercial break.
Running red lights. Honking non-stop. Not buckling up. Whose job is it to fix these bad driving habits?
Do you honk? You like to move the car, yeah.
Driving schools? Local traffic
已
authorities?
经超过停车线了吧？
Or the drivers themselves? Who should take the lead in this traffic
A
campaign?
lot of things that I learned from those accidents have translated into my better driving
To
skills.
pick up more driving tips, please make sure to tune in at 7:30 p.m. this Sunday night on Culture Matters.
薇姿创新双眸青春魔法，直至眼睫末梢，全新薇姿眼睫10号魔法液，着效抗老及滋养成分，提拉抗皱，淡化黑眼圈，睫毛更显丰盈。全新眼睫10号魔法液，薇姿。
等会儿，垃圾要分类处理，明白吗？
你怎么知道我没有分类呢？可回收的扔这边儿。
美丽是靠好肌肤，就是神仙水，肌肤好像咕嘟喝饱了水，坚持用它，肌肤才会越来越细致。这种晶莹剔透是运气换不来的。
14天发现晶莹剔透。
最顶尖的院校，最权威的教授，最活力的学生，最深入的体验，最有用的信息。每周6晚18点 ，ICS 海外路路通，敬请期待。一滴精油改变你的护肤方式。全新巴黎欧莱雅奢养精华油，凝聚8种珍稀花卉，细滑、清透，以数滴轻柔按摩，或融入保养品中，每一寸肌肤焕活光彩。
Magic。
巴黎欧莱雅奢养精华油，你值得拥有。莅临欧莱雅体验精油奢宠。
Welcome back. You're watching You Are the Chef. All this week we've created some amazing winter dishes. Now today's is actually a Malaysian chicken curry and it's just about ready. You know, it's really interesting. The pandan leaf is the first flavour that's coming now that it's really looking amazing. What do we do to finish
So
this
what
now?
we do now is we're trying to simmer that rather than having it too much boiling.
Okay.
So you bring it up to that. Here with me I have is a coconut milk.
Okay.
So in Southeast Asia, normally people will squeeze their own coconut milk.
Yep.
So what we do here is I will put in a bit of a coconut milk. Well, this one depending on the liking.
Yeah.
Some people don't like it to be too creamy.
Okay.
Okay, and I personally don't like it to be too creamy.
Okay.
A bit of a, it's just a bit of a touch of that, just to give a bit of a flavor in there.
Okay, nice.
So what it is now, that's all it is.
Okay.
That's the chicken curry. Finally, what we need to do now is to add a bit of a seasoning in there.
So really, seasoning comes right at the very end. All the other flavours have come in and really been absorbed by the chicken.
is.
The seasoning is really just to take all those flavours and heighten them, right?
Correct. Okay, so this is almost ready.
Okay.
So what we do now is, again, I have this banana leaf.
Yes.
We use everything fresh from the ingredients. A bowl, which you can share that with the family. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to scoop this up. So all these chicken are actually cut into a bite size.
Yep.
So I'm going to pour this onto the banana leaf.
It gives a very interesting smell to it. The pandan leaf with the coconut milk really is that final element for me that makes it a Southeast Asian dish.
We just need to put the curry.
Looks absolutely amazing. Is this going to be your next dish? Let's go through the steps. First of all, we chop up our onion, our garlic and our ginger. We heat some oil in the pan and then we throw those 3 ingredients in. We want to make sure that these ingredients are really well sweat and cooked. Then after that, we take our Malaysian curry powder, add some water into it and make it into a paste. We then add that to our onion mixture in the pan. Once we've done that, we cut up our potatoes and we can add that also into it with some curry leaves. And we again continue to cook. We then add our chopped up chicken pieces into the pan and cook it for at least 15 to 20 minutes. How do we finish it off? Well, remember to add in a little bit of that coconut milk and then some flavouring. Then serve it with a bowl of rice. Curries are fabulous dishes to make at home, especially during the winter season. There are many different types of curries that you can choose from: green curry, red curry, yellow curry. All you need to know is the base of the ingredients are the same, and when you have a curry paste, to first cook it out so that the fragrance is released in your pan before you put the rest of the ingredients in. And that's my tip of the day. Okay, I'm going to get stuck into this. Take a bowl here. Oh.
Here you go, with the spoons here. You can pour it with a spoon.
Oh, that's all right. I'm just going to go straight into it. Oh, with some sauce.
Some sauce on it.
Okay. It is very hot. It's really quite a very spicy sort of dish. But the first thing that you sort of taste is also the pandan leaf. But the other thing is that it's distinctly different from an Indian curry and a Thai curry. It's kind of like a combination of the two of them. There's sweetness, but there's also that sort of spiciness to it. And I think that this is a really interesting curry to be making at home. Remember, if you'd like to ask a question about it, you can go to Weibo and at ICS Yang Chufang Wanjuan Chufang. All right, that's it for us today. I'm going to keep going with this because this is a great dish. I'm going to have it with my rice, just as you should when you're making it this weekend. That's it for us today. Thank you so much, Sam. Really appreciate it. Remember, next week we've got some more fabulous dishes coming up, so make sure you do stay tuned. Until then, enjoy your cooking. We'll see you.